I work as a service director of an early childhood center here in Sydney. So I've been doing this role for about 14 years. So I started off as an early childhood educator in the room, and then room leader, and then slowly I built up my career. So in the past 14 years, I've been taking different roles in different services. And this current service that I work at, I've been here for 1.5 years, well, closing in on 2 years now. And I really enjoy the role. And there's a lot of management and leadership skills that I have to use and I have to utilize to perform well in my role. So I have done previously different leadership courses and professional development, and I've done a postgraduate diploma in educational leadership. When I heard of this course, when Jean contacted me and she said, we're offering this through recognition of prior learning, and I said to myself, because I wasn't very aware of this pathway. Well, I knew about this pathway because I've also done the training and assessment course, the TAE 40, that one. So I was aware of the RPL pathway, but I never thought that I could actually achieve a course by doing this. Because I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm doing my early childhood role for a number of years. What else am I good at? But then when Jean talked to me about the course and she explained to me about the advanced diploma in community services sector, and I thought that's actually quite interesting because I know of some roles that I could have applied in the past, which I couldn't apply for because my experience does not have the qualification behind it. So working in childcare for a long time, people see me as this is what I'm capable of, right? But actually, I could transfer my skills into any community sector service. So anything to do with, working either with young people or older people. I live in Mossman, and Mossman Council, they have got a lot of community services for the senior citizens. So I was kind of thinking, well, actually, this diploma sounds like a really good opportunity for me because this really shows that I do have the skills and the knowledge, and it verifies that I do have that expertise. So that gives me the opportunity to apply for jobs that are outside of my particular sector. Because even though I really, really enjoy working with children and families, sometimes I feel like, I'd really like to try something else and work with adults or young people or older people. So because I know that I'm good at creating the relationships, helping staff to progress. So all those skills that I have developed over the years in my role. So that's when Jean contacted me and I said, well, great, look, let's try, why not? And when I started looking with LJ at the evidence that I needed to submit, she said to me, you've got time, but as soon as you submit everything, the faster it will become. So I thought then, I've got all these documents in my folders because I've got all the things in my files that I constantly use all the time. So whenever I looked at the checklist, I thought, yeah, this is all really easy to collect. So I've done that all, send it off to LJ, and yeah, it was amazingly quick and efficient. I couldn't believe it. Definitely, I found the process is really easy to follow, and it was really there was a lot of support from LJ. So she clearly outlined for me what I had to submit. I talked through with her. She said to me, okay, if you don't have this particular evidence, you can use that. So there was a lot of support, and she's really good at following up. So LJ would give me, like, every second day she'll give me a call, ask me how I'm doing, do I need any support. So it's been really, really helpful from perspective of the support that she was offering, and she was really clearly communicating every step of what to do. So there was no confusion, there was nothing that I wasn't sure how to complete. So that was really easy. And yeah, I found LJ is really, really good at communicating and supporting. Well, I think, from my perspective, it's always, when you invest this kind of money, you are investing in your own future, in your own career, and that goes the long way. So rather than, using it for your materialistic things, you will always, you'll buy them or not if you want them, but once you bought them, you just use them and that's it. But with the qualification, it always adds to your resume. It shows the potential employer or future employer, that you are committed to constant learning. So for me, those kind of things were really good selling points for me to kind of, go over that line and say, look, I'm not actually losing anything by paying this towards my future goals and my future career. So yeah, for me, it was really important. And I always like to learn new things, and I always want to try different pathways. The other one thing I forgot to mention is that prior to starting this course, I had one of my educators in my center who did the recognition of prior learning for her diploma of early childhood education. So when I could see her journey in that, I think that really cemented for me that confidence that it can actually be done. So I think sometimes people think that sounds too good to be true, but actually it is what it is. It's really simple, straightforward process where you collect the evidence and submit to meet the expectation of the unit. So for me, seeing her going through that process really made me confident that actually, yeah, I can do that, and it's really worthwhile. Because immediately once she got her diploma, she got promoted and she got, better wages. So no matter how much money you pay for it, you're paying forward. So you're paying for your own to have better outcomes later on, financial outcomes, career outcomes. So I think it's a really amazing pathway to go through. If you, of course, working already in the field and you can verify that you are able to meet those expectations. So yeah, I think it's a really, really straightforward process. So at the moment, because for my short-term plans, it doesn't fit in yet. So this diploma will help me in the long term. So I'll be on the lookout for potential opportunities outside of my sector, but within the community sector. And I'll be looking out in particular areas. Like I know that, for example, I really like to work for Mosman Council. So I'll be looking particularly in that direction. So it will be a long-term plan, and probably, I'll say in 5 years, I would like to see myself there. But for now, this is a kind of qualification that, okay, I already have it in my up my sleeve. It's on my resume, it's on my LinkedIn, it's everywhere. So potential employers could also look out for me as well. So, but in terms of short term, I'm still happy in my role at the moment. It really suits my lifestyle, suits my family commitments. So it's very suitable for me for now, but I always look forward to different directions as well.